Good morning. Good morning and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Cultural Coast. I'm Reverend Theresa and I am so happy that you're here with me on this Valentine's Day. Welcome to my home and thank you for bringing me into yours. I'm glad you joined us this morning. If you struggle with life in any way, if you struggle with health or wealth or relationships or finding your niche in life, a way for you to be creatively expressed, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. If you have a passion for seeing a world where everyone has enough food, enough substance, opportunity to education, equal opportunity for advancement, you're in the right place this morning. If you believe that life is more than a 24/7 grind, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. If you love the philosophy known as the science of mind, or if you don't even know what the science of mind is, you are in the right place. If you believe that everything that we say, that we think, that we do matters, you're in the right place. Wherever you are on your journey through life, you are in the right place. And again, I'm really glad that you're here with me this morning. Our vision at the Centers for Spiritual Living is a world that works for everyone, a world where all of humanity has awakened to its spiritual magnificence. And this morning here, we are celebrating love. We are celebrating love in a big way. Our theme for February for all of the Centers for Spiritual Living globally is One Journey, Many Paths. And it entails a quest to have a felt experience of the divine, not just to talk about it, but to feel into it. And last week we did that in our contemplative service. And today we're going to continue to have a felt experience for you with some chant and a little meditation. We want to find how today we can look at love in a way that transcends, that includes and takes with it what the world's religions teach about love. So it's all about love again today. So let's begin in prayer. Let's begin now going to that place where I recognize that all life is created. All life is created from my thoughts, my words, my deeds, my actions. That is my experience of life itself. And when I can be intentional, conscious, in alignment with my highest and best truth, that's when I get to change the experience. So let us come together right here and right now to affirm love for ourselves in a way that is beyond what we've ever known. A love that is a felt experience, a love that radiates out from within who we are. It is inherent in everything we believe about life, that we think about life, that we say, and our actions in the world. How we love makes a difference. And I know that there is a power and a presence that supports that intention. And it is right here and right now, and it's never gone anywhere. And in my own ignorance, I can step aside sometimes, and then I'm lost, and I don't know where it is. But when I realign, like I do right here and right now, I'm in God, I'm in love, and there is no separation. The divine goes nowhere. And so it is my intention this morning for myself, for everyone on this broadcast, for everyone that listens in at a later time, to know their unity within the presence of the divine, their unity within the expression of love. And from that one knowing, that one truth, our love light shines. It shines brighter and bigger out into the world, transforming suffering and pain, uplifting lives. It is done now, this I know, This I celebrate, and so it is. Yeah. Thank you so much for that knowing with me. So now I'm going to introduce our musician for this morning, which is none other than my beloved, my husband of 23 years as of this day, Bobby Fieberts, who's also your practitioner, one of our Centers for Spiritual Living practitioners, and here supporting you in prayer every day and supporting you in music now. I love you.
I love you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Reverend Theresa.
Oops.
Our opening song is a Jamie Lula song called In the Name of Love. There's some sing-along parts in it, so please join me. In the name of love, with a heart of grace, overflowing us, decorate this place. As it is below, so it is above. May we always stand in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one, in the name of love. When the day is done, we'll sing this song, all is one, in the name of love. In the name of love, may we always be seeking out the best till we all are free, living in the world we've been dreaming of, where we stand as one in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one, in the name of love. When the day is done, we'll sing this song, all is one, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love, sing with me. In the name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one, in the name of love. When the day is done, we'll sing this song, all is one, in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one, in the name of love. When the day is done, we'll sing this song, all is one, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love, sing it. In the name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love. All right, thanks for singing. And now, Hector, we're ready for your reading.
Good morning, everybody. Namaste to all. So happy to be here this morning, do the reading. And I wanted to give a quick shout out to some family members that have joined us this morning, my daughters and sisters and brother. So thanks for being here, guys. Okay, today's reading is from the February, Valentine's Day from 2020. So it is called Today is a Day for Love. Teach only love, for that is what you are. That's from A Course in Miracles. If one makes themselves receptive to the idea of love, they become lovable. To the degree that he embodies love, they are love. So people who love are loved. And that's from Ernest Holmes. Some people don't like Valentine's Day. It's too commercial. It's painful for single people. There's too much pressure to make a good impression. I get all that. Valid points all. But what if we just saw this as a chance to love, period? What if on this day it was not considered weird to wave and smile at people, at everyone you met? What if it were completely normal to see people in the park hugging trees? I know we've got a few of those. What if we just gave ourselves permission to feel and express our love for anything and everything? But wait, won't that cheapen it? I grew up attending a tiny Methodist church in rural Oklahoma. Tiny. The Sunday evening service would attract the same 8 or 9 people every week. We couldn't afford a full-time minister, so we often had undergraduate theology students. There was one 20-year-old guy with a guitar who just wanted us to love. We'd sing a few songs and then make everyone hug and say, "I love you," to each other. After he left, I led the Sunday service music. Me at 13, fumbling at piano and guitar, then telling everyone to hug and say, "I love you." Now I can see that it was odd, but powerful, having all these older people, including tough World War II vets, hug me and say, "I love you." And I said it right back. Cheap? Hardly. Today I say, "I love you" a lot. And I mean it. What if just for Valentine's Day this year, it would be okay if you said it too? Today's affirmation is, I love life. I move through my day with a sense of connection and joy. I express the love within me in beautiful and eloquent ways. My words, my choices, my actions are born from the love within me. I love you. Now back to Bobby.
Oh, I love you, Hector. Thank you so much for that. And our reading, our chant is all about the same thing. The words should be on the bottom of your screen right now. I am love. I am lovable. I am loving. I am loved. I am love. I am lovable. I am loving. I am loved. I am love. I am lovable. I am loving. I am loved. I am loved. I am lovable. I am loving. I am loved. I am loved. I am lovable. I am loving. I am loved. I am loved. I am lovable. I am loving. I am loved. I am loved. I am lovable.
I am loved. Ernest Holmes said that 3 of our greatest needs are to feel that we are needed, wanted, and loved, and to feel that we belong to the universe, and to have something to lavish our affections on. So let us take these ideas into our hearts right now, into our minds. Let us be open to the idea that yes, we do want to be needed. We want to be wanted. We want to be loved. Yes. I want to feel that I belong to the universe, and that I have an object, a person, a pet, a project, a passion in life that I can give my love to. So in that purpose, I speak my word for myself and for everyone listening in. What I know is there is one power and one presence in this universe, and that the universe is loving and supportive in nature, by nature. It is the divine creator's nature to be love. It is the divine givingness of life upon life from within itself to give. My life is that gift. What I know for myself, I know for others. That the very breath coursing through my body is, in fact, a gift. And so I allow this gift to actually be the cause for my need or my willingness to give of myself. It is the avenue, this life. It is the avenue through which I love. Should I desire more love in my life, I give love. I am lovable. I am kind. I am generous. I am loving. I am compassionate. I am empathetic. I give a helping hand without desire to receive back. I am loving. I am lovable. I am loved. I know that for myself and for all, this comes with ease and grace, for we are immersed in, surrounded by, lifted. We are the expression of love in form. I allow this truth to move with ease and grace through my belief system, my thoughts, my words, my deeds, my actions. This day and every day, I am a demonstration of love on earth. I am its portal, its vehicle, its hands, its feet. I am love. I am lovable. I am loving. And I am loved. All resources, all opportunities, all right people are now drawn to me. I am a magnet for more love. I am a magnet for people to shower my love upon. I am a magnet for opportunities to share my passion, my instincts, my gifts, my talents in life. I am love. I am lovable. I am loving, and I am loved. I am so grateful for this truth. Love transforms and uplifts my life. Any experience of loneliness is now shattered, dissolved into the nothingness from the untruth of which it came. I am inseparable from the source of my life, from all life, from those that I love. The idea of separation is gone. There is only one, and it is love. This I know, this I accept, and I celebrate. Please continue to chant with us.
I am love, I am lovable, I am loving, I am loved, I am love, I am lovable, I am loving, I am loved, I am loved, I am lovable, I am loving, I am loved. One more time. I am loved, I am lovable, I am loving, I am loved.
I hope you know you are loved. You are loved. So as I said in my opening, today's all about love, and it's specifically about the world's religions. So what is God? What is its nature? What is its relationship to me and mine to it? Where is it? Is it outside of me? Is it inside of me? How do I recognize it? Can I feel it? So those are the kinds of questions that we typically think are the aim of religion to answer, right? So can we look to the world's religions for answers about love, inspiration, and insight about love? I think we can, and that's my aim for you this morning. We're looking today to the world's religions and what it says about love on this Valentine's Day. And so first, I love researching these things. I want to share with you what I learned about Valentine's Day itself. As Hector read, you know, we sometimes tend to think of it as being a commercial thing, and we don't need to just go out and buy to tell people that we love them. And so we might pull away from the idea of celebrating Valentine's Day. Or like Hector read, if we're single, it could be painful time, a reminder. So let's look at the pagan roots of Valentine's Day, because that is where it came. It's really, I looked at many websites. I did some investigating work, and they say that's in the top 10, but really what I saw was it hardly fell below 5. It was somewhere between the 2nd and the 5th most celebrated holiday around the world. So I think it deserves our attention. It's at least for one Sunday. And many people know of it as a Catholic holiday, Saint Valentine, and I'm going to get to that in a moment, because it wasn't until the 14th century that it really became a romanticized holiday. Before that, it was a pagan festival of fertility. This is in ancient Rome, and it was Lupercalia. Lupercalia was the name of it, to honor Lupercus, the god of fertility. And so it was a 3-day event. Before the Gregorian calendar, it was in the spring. Upon the Gregorian calendar, it was February 13th through the 15th. So there was one specific activity to this festival that was called the Love Lottery. Love Lottery. And what happened was couples were paired up by drawing names from a jar. Okay, so they were like sexually hooked up for the weekend for this whole, 3-day love fest, right? And the Pope, when he caught word of this, he was like, what? This is immoral. You can't be doing this, immoral. And so he squashed it. He squashed the tradition, or he adopted it like the Catholic Church did with so many pagan rituals, right? They adopted it as the feast for Saint Valentine's Day instead. Now, there's a lot of controversy around which Saint Valentine we're talking about, because there's several of them. But it's at least the one, whichever one that is, the one that was the patron saint of lovers. And there's many sketchy stories about that, to really tell you that I know the truth of what I say. I can't. But here's what I pretty much deduced from all the reading that I did, is St. Valentine was going to be put to death for being a do-gooder, for helping couples get married before the men had actually served in the army, which was a no-no. They needed to serve in their military first before they could get married. And, St. Valentine was all about love and letting people do their thing. And so he helped Christians in many ways, which anytime you were helping Christians in Rome, in ancient Rome, it was a crime. So he was going to be put to death. But before he was executed, he became friendly. Some sources that I read said he fell in love with his jailer's daughter, who was blind. And he wrote her a letter and signed it, "From your Valentine." Now, that's not enough to be sainted, really. So here's the real key to the story. Before he was beheaded, he healed her. His prayers brought her sight back. Isn't that beautiful? So, whatever prompted us to celebrate Valentine's Day, I'm happy about it. I don't think that we need an excuse to celebrate love. I think that celebrating love can be something that we do every single day. And what we're going to talk about today is all ways that we can think about love and the ways that religions think about love. But here's what Ernest Holmes said. He said that if we make ourselves receptive to the idea of love, we become lovable. To the degree, and boy, he said that a lot, to the degree that we embody love, we are love. Yeah? And so he said, this is why people who are loved are loved. People who are loved. Think of the law of attraction. He says it doesn't pay for us to hate. Hate is a human idea. Love is a divine verity. It's a truth. It's a principle. It's real. So that quote, by the way, came out of Can We Talk to God, which is an Ernest Holmes book that Julie Birch is going to be using in her upcoming class on meditation and treatment, which I'm going to tell you more about later, but just wanted to let you know it's a great book, and that quote came from that book. So basically, the world religions agree on this idea. And just like there's many paths to God, the one mountain, many paths, there are many paths, many ways that we can address and look at love from a spiritual perspective. So, typically, I think a lot of people think of love as romantic love, right? So is that what I'm talking about this morning, romantic love? Or familial love, the love of a mother and daughter, a love parent and child, sisters, brothers, or is it the family we choose? Which I think is a phrase we say a lot in our community, this is the family that I choose. Is it the love of God? Is it the love of pizza or Thai food? Yeah. Ernest Holmes said that love is the self-givingness of the divine to its creation. Yeah, you know, that it's the impulse of the creator upon itself, or the impulse and the act of the creator upon itself to create from itself, to enjoy itself as you and me. Yeah, that's basically what Science of Mind says that love is, and then it radiates out from there. So I want to just share with you some of what different religions say. There are different forms of love. The Catholics, which is my religion of my childhood, have 4 types, and this is echoed by C.S. Lewis in his book, The 4 Loves. Many Christian faiths adopt this idea of the 4 loves. It's storge, which is natural affection for the people and the things and the animals that are around us. That's the familial, right? And then there's philia. Philia is the friends that we choose. The friends that we choose, those that are like-minded or that we have things in common with. Eros, which is a Greek word meaning passion, and I think we typically think of erotica when we think of eros, but it's sexual, and we think love, but it's not just lust. It's when it's in the presence of these next 2, which is also eros, is aesthetics. You know, we have many people in our community that take beautiful nature pictures and post them on Facebook, beautiful sunset pictures. That passion for seeing the beauty in nature is eros, eros of the aesthetics. And there's eros of the spiritual too. It's that selfless divine love, which isn't always present in all of our relationships, but could be made present in our relationships, which bring us to agape love. And agape love is generous giving without a desire to receive back. It's without the expectation of receiving back. It's a choice to be in agape love. It's a choice. And the Bible talks extensively about this choice of agape love, which is seen as empathy or loving kindness for all people. Again, in the Bible, this agape love generates from God. It is a love from God. It's not emotional or sentimental. It's what God is. It's the nature of God. It's a characteristic of God. God is love, we read in the Bible. And that is the source of agape love. It's the source of our generosity and our empathy and our compassion. And we do nothing to receive this love. It is. We are immersed in it, and we are surrounded by it. We are made of it. We don't have to deserve it. It is graciously given. It is sacrificial in that way. Akin to what Ernest Holmes said, it is the self-giving nature of the divine to its creation. Fully gifted, fully given. So Buddhism has 4 different types of love as well. And it's less about who we love and more about how we love. It's more of a verb from the Buddhist perspective. It is that agape love. It is loving kindness, compassion, appreciative joy, love that, appreciative joy, and equanimity. Being poised in all circumstances, in all situations, being level-headed, being kind-hearted, not losing our temper. Yeah, that kind of thing. Thich Nhat Hanh adds to it the idea of it also includes an understanding of another person's path, empathy, specifically empathy, opening our hearts to the trials and tribulations of other people. In the Baha'i faith, they also have 4 types of love. Love from God to humans, our love in return, which could be seen as devotional love, love to ourselves, which I really love seeing in here, and love of human beings, one for the other, for each other. Now, Taoism has a lot in common with the Baha'i faith in that regard. They have as one of their tenets love of self, self-worth, having a high regard for yourself, and practicing nurturing ideas. That's part of our spiritual practice in Taoism, which is certainly part of what Bobby and I wrote into our marriage vows too. Loving others, you can love another person without it diminishing who you are and what your needs are. And I love this. Being in recovery from codependent behavior and activities in my first marriage, I find this really refreshing, and to think of it as a spiritual mandate. And we're not talking about self-love in an egoic manner. It's holistic. It's holistic. You know, last week I used the phrase whole and holy, the wholeness with the W and the H. You know, it is that. It is that, the love of self, the love of God, the love of another. It is the wholeness, and it is reverence, right? Yeah, holiness. Because if it's all God, which is what we teach, is what I believe, and I am aligned in that truth, I am aligned in that spiritual principle, I am aligned in oneness and unity, then there's only really one type of love. It's divine. It's divine love. And so whether I'm in prayer, aligning with my higher self with a capital S, my understanding of God, or I'm in nature, or I'm looking in my beloved's eyes, or I'm looking at my children, I am seeing with and looking through the eyes of God. Yeah. The Baha'i faith says that the love of God is the origin of all love. And quote, through this love, man is endowed with physical existence. It's where it all comes from, is this love. And so everything and everyone is cloaked in a reverence when we look upon life in that way. So now let me get to a few more commonalities of love and religion. The ones that are most commonly known, I think, are shared in Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, is love of God above all else, and love thy neighbor. I'm going to put a footnote in here from what I just was sharing about the idea of it's the origin of all. If we really believe that there's only one thing happening, that it is all the expression of God, then love of God above all else doesn't make a lot of sense to me from that aspect of unity and oneness. I get the idea that we put it first in our lives, and as I already said, Bobby and I, that was in our vows, we do put it first in our lives. But anytime I get into the thinking God and, or God or, I'm in duality. Simply God. So here's other ideas. From Hinduism, love is one of the main purposes of life. I love that. Love is one of the main purposes in life. And so devotion is essential in the Hindu religion. The love of God first, and all else falls. All else flows right from that idea. So Hinduism is in alignment with Christianity, Judaism, and Islam in that sharing that it is the love of God first, and then all else flows. So again, you know, it's my 23rd wedding anniversary, so I'm thinking about our vows today. And again, this idea, this concept is backbone to our marriage. It's the spiritual nature of life itself that we preface everything with. And then we know the same about each other. At least that's our attempt to live from that place. is that is God expressing, and I too am God expressing, to have that reverence in our marriage and our relationship and our activities with one another. Ernest Holmes was a huge fan of the Hindu religion. When I read any books, any information about Hinduism, I see Science of Mind very clearly, some of the truths that he pulled from that faith tradition. Ernest Holmes said in the Science of Mind textbook, "Love is the sole impulse for creation, and the man who does not have love as the greatest incentive in his life has never developed the real creative instinct." He says that no one can swing out into universal without love, for the whole universe is based upon it. I love that. So Jainism also seems like there's some interesting similarities. Jainism is one of the foundations in that religion is that love is a social engagement, you know, that we strive to live in a peaceful coexistence with all of life, to, again, like Buddhists, have compassion for others in life. And there is a great sense, like Hinduism, of devotional love, in spiritual practice of devotional love. In Jainism, we read, "O Lord, when you are in my heart, all my bondages have shattered. All my problems have solved. Just as the snakes at once run from the tree of the sandalwood with the arrival of the peacocks." Devotional love is healing. It is refreshing. It fills our being with bliss, with ecstasy, and it smooths all the crooked places. Devotees surrender with unshakable faith. And it is all for the development of consciousness. Yeah, I love that. Sign me up. Now in Jainism, they also say love creates a kind of unity. And I would reword that and say unity creates love. That oneness, that principle of oneness, has to include everything. It's just inclusive of the allness. So it's inclusive of the nature of love. So one of the final aspects of love and world religions that I want to share with you is the mystical nature of God's love. The mystical nature. And who else would we turn to look at the mystical nature of God's love than Rumi, right? So Rumi is all about, it's not right and wrong, it's not black and white, that there's always something, that's something with the capital S, there's always something greater to be revealed. There's always something greater to be revealed. So he tells this story about Moses chastising a shepherd for calling upon God incorrectly, using bad form, right? And so after which God scolds Moses and says that he had created everyone with unique ways of expression, in unique ways of being, and each was free to worship as they had chosen. So Rumi goes on to say, and I quote, this is Jesus speaking, God speaking, "I look not at the tongue and speech. I look at the inward spirit and the state of feeling. I gaze into the heart to see whether it be lowly, not of words, but of feelings. I want burning. Become friendly with the burning. Light up a fire of love in thy soul. Burn thought and expression entirely away. The religion of love is apart from all religions. For lovers, the only religion and creed is God." Oh, thank you, Rumi. So what do you need? What do you need in the arena of love? A closer, more loving relationship with yourself, perhaps? With your significant other? With God? Remember that God is the source of all love, the source of your love. And we experience its loving presence while we make good, healthy choices for ourselves, while being generous and loving and kind and compassionate with other people, and being present to divine love, being devotional with our daily spiritual practices. And if it is a love relationship that you seek, you do all of those. And the more you do that, the more you are that. That is the law of attraction at work, is it not? Yeah. So remember, you are love, you are lovable, you are loving, and you are loved. Namaste. Now I'm going to bring Bobby back in here for a song that I'm sure all of you know.
Oh, thank you, Theresa. Love, 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 love. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. Nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can save that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Nothing you can know that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. Nowhere you can be that isn't where you were meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All you need is love. All together now. All you need is love. Everybody. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. 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 Now we're going to Mike Rosario for our collection.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day, and all my love to you guys. I really miss seeing you all, but at least we're together here in spirit at this time, and hopefully next Valentine's Day we'll be under the same roof, huh? Looking forward to that. It's now time for our love offering, and Evan will be posting our different methods for you to circulate your blessings, so please do so with an attitude of gratitude as always. And my quote for today is, everybody has the same amount of time during the day. You can either spend your time or invest your time. Think about it. And now, please join me in a short prosperity prayer, please. There is one infinite power. As such, we affirm right here, right now, that this loving spirit is our infinite source. We acknowledge that we are a channel to which unlimited supply in the form of money circulates freely. We accept that we are always divinely provided with all the resources we require and desire to live life on this earth comfortably. We are grateful that we have this bountiful supply of money to use wisely and share lovingly. Any beliefs in lack, restriction, loss, or limitation are now dissolved into the nothingness to which they came. We give ourselves full permission to release any sense of scarcity. We are ready to believe that it is right and good for us to live affluently. We are clear in our minds and souls that we are the inheritors of infinite sources of abundance, prosperity, and Valentine love. With awesome gratitude and confidence, we dare to know in our hearts and minds that we are worthy of having the best. This is our reality. We now release our word to divine law, knowing it is a done deal. And so it is. Thank you so much. And now back to Bobby for our offering chant. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mike, so much for that words of wisdom and that amazing prayer. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on.
Ah, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to Hector, to Mike, to Bobby, and to each one of you for tuning in here this morning. I'm full. I'm full to overflowing with love. And just have a few announcements. One is I want to remind you that Julie Birch does a meditation every Thursday evening at 6:30. If you want to receive that link, you need to be on our email list, and I send out an email every Thursday morning, and so the link for her evening meditation is in there, and then there's also other goodies about classes and events and that kind of thing. You go to our website, which is CSLCulturalcoast.org, and scroll to the bottom, and there you can sign up for the newsletter. All right, so Julie is also teaching a class beginning March 15th. It's a Monday. She's open to a conversation around time, what seems to be consensus. This is a fabulous class on treatment, spiritual mind treatment, otherwise known as affirmative prayer and meditation. It is on those two spiritual practices. And Julie is absolutely the very perfect person to be teaching it. We're using in that class, as I mentioned earlier, Ernest Holmes' book, Can We Talk to God? But we're also using Ram Dass's book, Journey of Awakening. And Julie is quite familiar with Ram Dass's work and having studied with him when she was younger. So you don't want to miss this class. If at all you're interested in meditation, it'll be looking at different styles of meditation and that kind of thing. Please let Julie know that you're interested. And if you need financial assistance with the class, let me know. We have scholarship money available. So in our email that goes out on Thursday is all the detailed information and links to both Julie and myself. And I want to let you know too, I've mentioned this for a couple weeks now, Friday, February 26th, we're doing a Zoom house concert with Len Seligman with his new CD that he has released, and I'm very excited about that. I've been wanting to do this for some time, and we're going to schedule more house concerts after this one with Len, so I'm looking forward to that. That information is also on the Thursday email. Tomorrow, 10 of us in this community are going to the Center for Spiritual Living Vista Convention, and it's via Zoom. And every other year it's virtual. So this year there's 10 of us from our community that are going, and that invitation has also been out there in our emails. So if you're not getting the emails and you like this information, make sure you're plugged in, make sure you're reading those emails and that kind of thing. Go off screen and put on the link for our Zoom social time so we can talk to one another and say I love you to one another and see each other's faces on the screen, and then I'll let Bobby close out. So again, thank you so much for being here with us this morning. Mwah, love you.
All right, and as usual, if you would like prayer support, if you need prayer support for anything, give us an email, prayer@cslculturalcoast.org. We're going to close with a Jackie Wilson song, a little bit of a rewrite. God's love has lifted me higher and higher. God's love is lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. Keeps me up, filled with desire, makes my dreams come true forevermore. God's love keeps lifting me, keeps on lifting me higher, higher, higher. God's love keeps lifting me, keeps on lifting me higher and higher. I do believe that I have been blessed. My heart is open, I am reborn. Co-creator with God as my partner. God is at my side forevermore. God's love keeps lifting me, keeps on lifting me higher and higher, higher. God's love keeps lifting me, keeps on lifting me higher and higher. You know God's love, Theresa, lifting me higher. Stay here for a minute. Than I've ever been lifted before. Keeps me up, filled with desire, makes my dreams come true forevermore. Makes my dreams come true forevermore. And that is the end of our regular broadcast, and I'm just going to end here with a couple extra special songs. This is my card, my anniversary card to Theresa. A couple special songs for her.
Yeah.
Well, she's walking through the clouds with an open heart and a disciplined mind. Love and expectations of wholeness and all good things is all she ever thinks about. riding with the wind. When I'm sad, she comes to me with an uplifting idea she gives to me free. It's all right, she says it's all right. Open up your heart and see everything. Fly on, little wing. This little wife of mine, I love to watch her shine. Come up here and shine. This little wife of mine, I love to watch her shine. This little wife of mine, I love to watch her shine. And she shines, yes she shines, yes she shines. Everywhere she goes, she lets her light shine. Everything she does, she lets her light shine. Everywhere she goes, she lets her light shine. And she shines, yes she shines, yes she shines, yes she shines. Thanks very much, everybody.
Thank you.